This is IGN. It's a familiar pattern. Chaotic multiplayer fun let down by a bland adventure mode. This is your IGN review of Mario Tennis Fever by Logan Plant. Mario Tennis Fever has the soul of a GameCube game. Its wacky, over-the-top take on tennis is at its best when you have 4 friends together on the couch. And for the first time since the GameCube era, series developer Camelot has delivered an entry that feels feature-complete on day one, with the most unique characters, solo and multiplayer modes, and silly gimmicks we've ever seen crammed into a Mario Tennis game. Sadly, that doesn't mean it's all good content, as the single-player adventure once again comes up woefully short in terms of both its length and quality. But when playing locally or online, Fever's tight, responsive controls and crazy abilities result in a chaotic party game that's a lot of fun in short bursts. The headline twists this time around are the mighty Fever Rackets, which dominate the action. There are 30 to choose from, and each comes with a unique special ability that can swing the game in your favor. Those powers are activated by pulling off a fever shot once your gauge is full, and they range from offensive, like planting a rotating fire bar straight from Super Mario Bros. On your opponent's side of the court, to defensive, like creating a shadow double of yourself to cover more ground. They can also block your screen with ink, litter piles of banana peels on both sides of the court, or grant time-limited buffs, like making your shots curvier for the next 20 seconds. The Fever Rackets are a blast to experiment with, and their inclusion adds a different flavor to each match. At their best, they force you to think about all the special quirks in play. If I place a slippery sheet of ice on one quadrant of my rival's turf, we both know I'm probably going to try and hit my next shot right at it to force them onto the uncomfortable terrain. Or will I? Shot placement in tennis is full of mind games, and the Fever Rackets' transformative effects enhance that dynamic. Some Fever Rackets are definitely stronger than others, but Mario Tennis Fever adds a smart mechanic to somewhat balance them out. When a player initiates a fever shot, most offensive effects don't take place until the ball hits the ground, leading to a tense back-and-forth volley where both players desperately try to hit the ball before it bounces. You have to be confident in choosing which one to bring into the match and when to unleash it, because the wrong decision can see your opponent sending your big shot right back at you. The actual tennis is a bit simpler. The overall speed is slightly slower and floatier. Last-second dives for the ball make mistakes less punishing, and the court is a little smaller, meaning it's easier to reach cross-court shots and keep a point going. I understand this choice. Ace's intense pace combined with Fever's increased madness would probably be too much to keep up with. On one hand, I miss the more hardcore version of tennis Aces provided. I played that game online for years because of its high skill ceiling and rewarding mechanics. It was a truly inspired take on the sport. On the other hand, Fever is way more fun to invite friends over to play for a casual game night since it's easier for newcomers to pick up. It's worse as a competitive tennis game, but better as a party tennis game. Plus, most modes let you use a high-speed ball that leads to a more upbeat rhythm, even if it doesn't entirely resolve my disappointment that Ace's thrilling trick shots, racket health, and time-bending abilities have been replaced. It doesn't take long for even the best special modes to get repetitive, and I found myself quickly going back to the standard tennis matches. Thankfully, that specific mode has more than enough things to shake up, thanks to the large roster of characters and rackets, but it ends up feeling like too much of a good thing. Fever is still a lot of fun in briefer sessions, but when I think of the breadth of worthwhile content found in Nintendo's other recent multiplayer options, like Kirby Air Riders or Super Mario Party Jamboree, Fever comes up a bit short. After 20 hours, I already feel like I've had my fill, and I see it as more of a fun distraction to play for a few minutes here and there while my group warms up for something else, rather than one that's going to get a serious amount of playtime. Predictably, Mario Tennis Fever is the most fun when you're playing with a few friends. The new Fever Rackets introduce wacky, over-the-top powers that put a different spin on each match and result in a chaotic party game that's more approachable for newcomers. It's tough to recommend to solo players, as Fever's bland, uninspired adventure mode is more of an extended tutorial than an actual adventure, but exciting multiplayer moments, great controls, and a huge character roster make it a good addition to your next in-person or online game night, even if it doesn't have enough staying power to be the main event. Mario Tennis Fever's IGN score? 7 out of 10. Thanks for listening to IGN. My name is Tony Jackson, and for the latest Mario Tennis Fever updates, visit us at IGN.com.
SpokenLayer.